All right.
Oh, you're here already!
Yep, my dad whipped up
No wonder you look...
that Uncle Akado is our chief. I've never given an...
Of course, that's...
Okay. Whew. Then... My place is over there. See that fruit stand out front?
You have a fruit...
We live really close to the main entrance of the tribe. That's also in my parents'...
And then you all work in the orchard?
Well, knowing it's time to get up and actually doing it, or most of the time, I end up curling under the covers and falling back asleep.
Oh, Paimon gets you. Sleeping in is the best. Plus, when you have the Traveler to wake you up, it's no big deal. No, that was just a joke.
Well, maybe you can both sleep in some once I get up. I usually help after lunch is when my parents do their delivery.
Oh, Paimon would...
Be right there!
Oh, Coach Yan-san, are you here to do some training?
Nope, just doing some maintenance on the equipment here while... Oh, it's you! Look, I bought this at the stadium the other day.
Wait, we've seen that graffiti design before.
It's not easy to get your hands on one of these. I had to wait in a super long line.
Ooh, I bought a top with that design too. I hung it up right next to my bed.
Don't be shy. After everything you did for Natlan, you deserve the recognition. Oh, I meant to ask, what brings you out here?
We're just doing some adventuring. We ran into
It's my pleasure.
Still keeping up with your training, Veressa? No slacking.
Yes, Coach. Did 3 full
Good. Then we'll feel free to use...
Of course.
Wait, but isn't a special diet a huge part of bodybuilding? Veressa doesn't...
Oh, it's kind of a long story. I suppose you could say Veressa is among the select few who have a natural gift. When she first started training with me, I started her on a standard training regimen and wrote out a simple recipe plan to give to her father.
But it left me so hungry. I couldn't even muster up the energy to make it to class.
Yeah, that was my fault. It was just your average nutrition plan, but Veressa's metabolism is something else. Once I studied her eating habits, I was able to tailor it to her needs.
Yeah, Coach is really thoughtful that way. Now I feel like I'm making real progress. And the training and classes are a lot.
Veressa is
Wait, but you're the coach and the victor of the pilgrimage.
Don't sound so surprised. This kind of thing is really common in the fitness world. Everyone starts from a different baseline.
Wow, that's amazing! Paimon would have never guessed.
I'm not exaggerating either. Veressa is extremely strong. All she needs is a bit more confidence.
Oh, Well, it's just. Oh, believe me, I'm not. But.
Oh, that.
I've never placed or.
When it comes to power, it's all about control. It takes strength to lift.
I know that, and I can do it just fine. Thanks. I appreciate the support. Well,
Sounds good. I hope.
Be right there.
All set, bro!
Kia!
good girl, Vanana. Thanks for guarding the house. Now, let me take a good look at you. Did you have another growth spurt? Hey, I was just taking a look, not inviting you to wrestle. Next. Oh, this is Vanana. She keeps watch over the orchard when no one's here. She's a tough little thing, but also a clingy baby at heart.
Did you say little?
Anyway, this is my family's orchard.
Whoa! Look at all the fruit! It looks delicious.
This is the Collective of Plenty, after all. Being so close to the volcano makes the soil extra fertile. So everything that grows around here is amazing. Especially the fruit. We sell a lot to the other tribes, give some to family and friends, and keep the rest for ourselves.
Well, if you have to live next to a volcano, at least you get something good out of it.
That's right. Since we're here, why don't we pick some?
Wait, but didn't you just eat?
Yeah, but there's always room for dessert. Plus, we don't have to pick that many. A few dozen should do it. You know that fruit stand in front of my house? Well, as a kid, whenever my dad was working at the stand, I would tug on his shirt and ask for a piece of fruit. I would scarf it down in a heartbeat and then ask for another. Before long, people would gather around just to watch. My dad told me I made the fruit look so delicious, more and more people started coming to our stand, which, of course, made me want to eat even more. The customers would ruffle my hair and say, "It's good to have a healthy appetite. You'll grow up big and strong for sure." What kid doesn't like a compliment? So I would smile, which would get my dad.
Aw, that's so cute!
With all that said, it also helped that our fruit actually tastes really good. And I'm not just saying that. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Oh, and there's an epic feast showdown in a few days.
Epic feast?
Oh, sorry. So don't worry.
Alright. Why is there a mushroom over there?
Oh, that kind of mushroom. They kind of appeared out of nowhere when we first planted the orchard. They grow really fast and don't require any water or fertilizer. Oh, you can grill them, stir-fry them, or even eat them raw. The flavor has almost
A mushroom that tastes like a fruit? That's a new one.
Yep, that could be. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, if it tastes like a fruit, then it fits right in. Who cares where it came from? Go ahead, pick. Grab some of this, and a few of these. Whoa, that's quite the haul.
Well, you need a bunch of ingredients for the eating competition, right? Oh, and you were right about the fruit. Paimon tried one, and it was one of the sweetest, juiciest pieces of fruit Paimon has ever... Also, Paimon tried one of the mushrooms, too. In a weird way, it really did taste like a fruit. We should call them berry shrooms. Well, Paimon had multiple nations' worth of good food to refine her palate. Her taste buds never lie.
Well, thanks to your help, we can call it early today. Oh, I promised you a meal, didn't I? I'm not the greatest cook, so it's nothing special. Still, high-quality ingredients are hard to mess up.
Don't sell yourself short. It looks great. Paimon can smell the umami from here. Whoa! This is completely different from the raw taste.
This kind of mushroom is a favorite in the tribe, but it's not well known outside the Collective of Plenty. Actually, we're hoping to use the upcoming competition to introduce it to a wider audience. Uncle Atoli has been coming up with new recipes like there's no tomorrow. Hey, you two should sign up. Only if you want to, of course.
Oh, you mean the Epic Feast Showdown? Yeah, Paimon would love to sign up. She might not do...
Don't worry. You can tap out at any time. Nothing goes to waste. I'll take care of anything you can't finish.
Oh, good. Wait, aren't you competing too? Oh, then Paimon doesn't stand a chance.
You never know until you try. Oh, besides, from what I just saw, it looks like you can hold your own. Well, anyway, winning isn't the point.
Oh, good point. Nice. Then let... All time, bro!
right there!
Oh, hey, you're here.
It's been a while. When Veressa told me you signed up for the epic feast, sounds like
What's wrong? Sounds like you're
Just,
Not much longer, Veressa.
got it.
Oh, about the competition. Usually you have to pay for the food if you don't finish. But when I heard you two were coming, I talked to Atoli and we agreed to waive your expenses.
Really? So we get to eat for free? Awesome! Now we can just take it easy and box up whatever we don't finish!
Please, it's our pleasure. You've done so much for Natlan. Just think of it as a small token of gratitude. When the Abyss invaded, we weren't hit with large waves of monsters, but the volcano became unusually active. As the Guardians of Tolan, we couldn't stand by and do nothing, so we immediately dispatched a team to the summit. Veressa was a key Veressa?
Oh, right. Yes, I was there. I brought so many Saurus crackers with me that day. Sorry, there were abyss tumors all around the summit, agitating the magma and spawning all. But once the Pyro Archon did her thing, we were able to smash them.
Looking back on it, the goal was probably to hold us up so we couldn't send reinforcements to the areas around the stadium.
Good point! Your tribe must be full of great warriors with all the training you do. The Abyss really is a cunning. Oh, and you mentioned something about the Guardians of Tolan?
The volcano is. Our people rose to the challenge.
That's right. The Natlanese are never ones to shy away from. Although, whenever we spot unusual
Oh, so there's a lot more. Hold on.
Oh, you know, I just saw her leave. I thought someone must have called.
My guess is that she followed the scent of the food straight to the.
Let's go check on her. Paimon understands.
I'll lead the way.
Oh, that smell. So delicious. Juicy mushrooms, melted cheese, mouth-watering steak.
Ah, look who it is. I thought I felt an intense energy around here. I know better than to get between you and your next meal. The food just needs a few more minutes. Here.
Wait, is this priest meat stew?
Veressa! You really did head straight for the kitchen. What's up?
Oh, it's you. Sorry. The next thing I knew, I was all the way over.
Prep took longer than usual, so I had to push back the competition. Sorry for making you wait, Veressa, especially on.
No worries, Uncle Atoli.
Oh, that sounds.
I become completely useless when I'm hungry. I really wanted to focus on the conversation back there, but no luck.
That's perfectly normal. It takes a lot of energy to train the way you do. So you do know what I mean, right? Try to do too much on an empty stomach, and you end up feeling.
Oh boy. Paimon's been there.
So, when is the competition supposed to?
1 sec. I'll go check. We're all set. Time to gather the contestants, Chicotle.
Got it! Let's head to the venue. The food will.
Finally!
smells so good! Veressa had the right idea. It's definitely worth the wait. Yeah, we could maybe finish one portion between the two of us. And even that's a stretch. But one portion each? There's no chance.
Time to dig in. Thanks for the food, Uncle Atoli.
Whoa! Hold on! Veressa's plate looks completely different than ours.
I forgot to mention, the competition actually has 2 levels. The regular challenge and the Veressa challenge. The Veressa challenge is only for people who have completed the regular challenge in the past. It's named after Veressa because, well, so far, she's the only one who's been able to finish it.
You're kidding. You had to invent a whole new challenge just for her?
Believe me, if Veressa competed in the same class as everyone else, the winner would be decided before the competition even started. Only one other person has come close to beating the Veressa challenge, and that would be the Pyro Archon herself. Of course, she breezed through the normal level, but the Veressa challenge was still too much, even for her. Back then, it was all part of an investigation. You see, the Pyro Archon covers all expenses at the Weary Inn the night before the pilgrimage. And each time, Veressa's tab would show several dozen people's worth of food for a single person. The speaker's chamber thought something had to be wrong. Maybe there was a mistake in the accounts, or someone was trying to defraud the Archon. But once the Archon finally saw Veressa's appetite in action, that was that.
Whoa. You're saying Malika had these portions, and she just breezed through? You're right. Let's go. Paimon's gonna defend her honor with everything she's got. Whoa. Tender, juicy, grilled to perfection. It's Oh, you gotta try this one too, Traveler. All right. That's it. Paimon taps out. All this time. And it doesn't look like we've made any progress. Oh, Paimon's ready to throw in the towel. Okay, Paimon's tried as hard as she could, but this enemy is too strong. You know what? There really should be a Paimon challenge. Paimon's smaller than the rest of you. It's no fair for her portion to be the same.
Let's hear it for Veressa, who has once again complete, and with a 10% increase in portion size, it's a new personal best.
Ha! Well done, Veressa.
Amazing job!
Oh, it's nothing. Uncle Atoli's food is just too good.
You actually finished it?
Huh? Why wouldn't I be?
You don't feel bloated? Or like you're...
Oh, nope. I feel good, actually. Satisfied, you know? Thanks. This is my specialty, after all. Not that it's good for anything outside these competitions. If I'm honest, I'd rather be like you or Kochi-an-san. A hero brave enough to stand against the abyss.
Don't worry, Veressa. For someone as talented as you, it's only a matter of time.
Ian-san, did you beat the challenge too?
Of course. The regular challenge is easy for me. I've attempted the Veressa challenge a few times too, but never even came close.
Okay, there has to be more to this than just appetite. Is there some kind of trick by the end? It was like the meat turned into one big greasy blob, and it was so hard to keep going.
Oh, That's when you balance it out with some mushrooms. The ones from my orchard. Well, that's what I did anyway. As soon as the food came out, I set a few mushrooms to the side so they wouldn't soak up too much oil. Or get too mushy. That way, you have something fresh and fruity to balance it out.
Oh, so that's the secret!
That's right. You tried them yourselves, remember? If it tastes like a fruit, might as well use it like one. I think more people from outside the tribe would beat the challenge if they knew about that mushroom.
Ian-san, some of the contestants are looking for you. Something.
They want to exercise. After all that food? Sorry, everyone. I should intervene.
Yeah, go tell them.
Well, how did everyone do, Uncle Atol?
Almost half finished the regular challenge. I believe that's a record. Either the contestants are getting more experienced, or my cooking was extra good. Thank you. Oh, and since you're new here, I should mention something else about that mushroom. It's an excellent addition to any dish. But there are actually two varieties. Red, which is the most common, and green. There's not much to note about the red ones. Sell them, eat them, do whatever you want. But if you see a green one, it must be picked and eaten right away.
Huh? Why is that?
That's just what a scholar from Sumeru said when the orchard first opened. No one knows the reason. We just do as we're told. Whenever a green mushroom pops up in the orchard, I pick it and eat it. The flavor is identical to the red ones.
Okay, because that's not weirdly specific at all.
Well, of course. Who wouldn't be intrigued by something like that? But curiosity is... Oh, by the way, Veressa, I'm almost out of red mushrooms. Could you run to the orchard and grab some more for me?
Of course, Uncle Atoli. Want to come with you too?
What do you think, Traveler? Paimon wouldn't mind working off some of that food. Paimon will take that as a yes. All right, let's go. Thanks for the food, Atoli.
Haha!
All right. After that meal, I'm ready to tackle anything. Oh, something on your mind? Is it what Uncle Atoli said about the green mushroom? The green mushrooms don't appear that often. Besides, I check the orchard every day, and if I see one, I eat it. If anything, I wish there were more around here. Means more free mushroom.
Wait, is that one right there? Huh. Talk about a coincidence.
See? There's nothing special about it except the color. Give me 1 sec. I'll start a fire and grill it right up.
Paimon's gonna pass on this one. She's way too...
You mean why we have to pick and eat the green mushrooms right away? To be honest, I'm curious too. Uncle Atoli has a point though.
You could look into it at least.
Yeah, but... I know the truth is important too, but... I don't have the right to make a decision that could put the people around me in other words? But deep down... command the truth.
Yeah, we don't have to stop following the scholar's orders. We can start by gathering information.
You know, you remind me of just like you, she was full of courage. Actually, could you give me a 3? So, where should we start with the Oh,
Well, the Traveler is a lot more receptive than most people. He should...
oh, I see.
So, notice anything, Traveler? Just like Veressa said. Guess it was the same for all of us.
Finally, a worthy devotee after all this time. Fascinating.
Who said that?
No need for alarm. there is only one among you who piqued my interest, and that is the one with golden hair. Seeing as you all appear to be acquainted, I allowed the rest of you to hear my voice. Now, I shall grant you all the honor of becoming my first subjects in this era. Now, you were the ones who wanted to learn more about my origins.
Origins? Wait,
So you do know how to use your brain, young one. But you'll excuse me if I have no interest in you, craven and dull-witted as you usually seem.
Hey, watch it, buddy!
Let me remind you, it was your own curiosity that started all of this. I only granted you this audience because I saw potential in you. I am the Sage Lord of Fungi. Serving me is a great honor, as well as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Sage Lord?
You mock my name? All you do is make a mockery of your own taste. Of course, the Sage Lord of Fungi is too...
sure doesn't sound like it.
That's enough out of you. What's wrong with you humans? You should be full of reverence at this point. In that case, I don't know what went wrong, but you lack the trust and worship to be my subjects. So we shall have to table that for the time being. However, I am willing to share my sagely knowledge with you. As with all seekers of said knowledge, all you have to do is prove you're sincere.
Look! More green mushrooms right in front of us!
These clones are my most loyal subjects, as well as the keepers of my secrets. If you want answers, then gather your wits and search for clues. It might be advisable to brush up.
The voice is gone. Talking in our heads without permission, spewing a bunch of nonsense. Even a howl is better than him.
So, do you think what he said was true? About being the Sage Lord of Fungi?
Maybe, but most of it sounded like
True.
and it proves these mushrooms are regular.
I guess this is the,
Well, we have one.
Such insolence!
did you hear that?
You're spying on him?
No response.
Well, he said it. Okay, so this one is red. Ah! Fungus! It turned into a fungus! In that land of all places!
So this is one of his subjects?
Bull Warrior compliment? Much appreciate. No, Bull Warrior natural enemy. Eat. Must resist.
Careful, Veressa! This is
A monster? Aw, that's too bad. I was hoping we could be friends.
Mercy, mercy! Food is sacred. Everything else, waste. That all I know. Promise.
It turned back into a normal mushroom.
You mean that food is sacred?
Well, that's a whole bunch of nothing. Let's go look. Oh, a green mushroom! And it turned into a fungus! Okay, let's go on the initiative. Hey, you! What's the whole food is sacred thing?
As our Sage Lord stated, you must demonstrate your wits to receive the answers you seek. That means I should be the one asking the questions.
Okay, so it turns out this one can talk. Fine. What do we have to do? Solve a riddle or something?
Riddle? Oh, I'm not good at that.
That sounds like a problem for your friends. Besides, did I say this was up for negotiation? Enough. Why are all the...
Aw, man.
Because you're...
Alas, no wits in sight. The answer could never be that simple. What? How did you get that so fast?
Oh.
Sumeru.
Wait. Does that mean everyone in Sumeru is into puns? Huh.
No, we just, have a lot of experience with these kinds of jokes.
Well, the act of mushrooms like
Oh,
So you're saying... No, wait, don't turn back into a regular mushroom!
well, if eating is a sacred ritual, maybe.
Oh, good thinking, Vera. Oh, but we should probably pick this one.
All right. Yeah.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
Oh, a green mushroom. And it turned into a... Okay, let's go on the initiative. Hey!
as our sage.
Okay, so...
Riddle?
That sounds like a problem for. Enough. Why are all the.
Because
Alas, no wits in sight. The answer could never be that simple. What? How did you get that?
oh,
Sumeru mushroom.
wait.
No.
Well, the act of eating is not only a physical necessity, but also a sacred. Mushrooms like us.
Oh, so that's why he gets.
So you're saying if we want to talk to him again, all we have to do is... No, wait, don't turn back into a...
Well, if eating is a sacred ritual.
Oh, good thinking, Vera. Oh, but we should probably pick this one. Hey, there are two fungi over there.
Have you figured out how you're going to test the humans?
Of course! Any random question should do the trick. They don't look very smart to me.
Wow, cool! You greencaps are so wise. Just like our Siege Lord. Huh, I'm so jealous.
It's all progressing as expected. I know exactly what they're going to... Oh, please, please tell us how to conduct the ceremony. And I shall respond. Nothing in life comes for free. You have two choices. Answer a question about the stars and moon above, or the dark abyss below.
Ew! And they'll say, no, I'm stumped. I can't think anymore, or my cap will explode into spores.
They're humans, idiot. They don't have caps or
All right.
And then I'll say, you can't even answer the most basic of basic questions? Come back after...
Yeah.
Of course, they're so dense, it might actually take them that long to realize that. If eating is a ritual, then obviously the ceremony is the cooking.
I mean, obviously it's the cooking.
Did they just give us the answer?
Who goes there?
And you think we're the dense ones? Look in the mirror, buddy.
A floating pale organism out of nowhere. My cap almost burst into spores.
No, wait, don't disappear! At least explain yourselves first! So, we passed the test? Where's the sense of so much for gathering our wits?
That sounds right. Uncle Atoli did say, when you cook this mushroom, the higher the heat, the better the fragrance.
Right! That was the case when you grilled them. Okay, let's give it a try.
Definitely. But we should probably explain the situation to Uncle Akatl and the...
Good call. It's best for everyone to be prepared.
All right. All right.
Okay, so it felt pretty normal in the moment, but hearing it back does sound kind of, ridiculous.
So, the mushrooms in the orchard are sentient. What a remarkable
Yeah, without your investigation, who knows?
Thanks for looking into it and for collecting all this information.
What a relief.
It does sound far-fetched. After all, none of us have ever spoken, but we know you're not one to lie, Veressa. Besides, the origin of the green mushrooms has always been a mystery to us. Thanks to you, we now know something sinister could be going on.
Yeah, just let me know if there's...
Wow, that didn't take much convincing.
Oh, wait. You said the mushrooms needed to be cooked at high heat, right? I can do that for you right now. I'll be quick. All right, I'm back. I used cast iron, so it should be hot enough.
Whoa, it smells delicious! So,
Well,
wait, that's his...
Looks like you stumbled upon the right path. But this temperature does not demonstrate even a fraction of the sincerity I require. Did you really think some common stove could generate enough heat to earn the acknowledgement of the Sage Lord? Humans are such a disappointment. You can solve my riddles when the answers are handed to you on a silver platter. But as soon as there are no more hints, not a shred of intelligence in sight. Do try and use your brain this time.
How did it go? Did you hear the...
Annoying menace of a mushroom! The Sage Lord of Fungi said the heat's still not high enough. Sage Lord of Nitpicking more...
Not high enough, huh? I guess that means we need a more powerful sword. Attention, everyone! We need items that can generate intense heat. Anything...
I'll see what I can do.
Leave it to me.
we should take a look too.
Definitely!
Nothing concrete, but we could check around the vault. It spews out all kinds of stuff.
Awesome! Let's go!
Yep.
Hey, there should be some avatars of lava somewhere along this path. Their cores are really hot. It might be just what we need.
You know, when you think about how everyone jumped to help us like that, it seems like your tribe has been suspicious of the green mushrooms for a while.
Yeah, but without you, we would have never gotten this far. I mean, tons of people have tried that mushroom without a weird voice talking in their head.
Right. So,
Yeah, this opportunity...
Verissa doesn't seem competitive most of the time, though.
Yeah, well... I don't really like fight. Still, I've learned we get stronger, so no matter how scared I feel... Thanks. All right. All right. Kapow! Woo! Ooh. Oh, looks like we can make this jump. That avatar of lava pushed it down. Come on, let's charge.
Charge?
Hey, their cores are really hot.
You know,
Yeah, but without...
right.
Yeah, this opportunity would...
Verissa doesn't seem competitive most...
Yeah, well... I don't really like fighting. Still, I've learned we get stronger, so no matter how scared I feel... Thanks. All right. Oh, looks like we...
Uh-oh! I'm falling back!
That avatar of lava pushed it down. Come on, let's charge.
Charge?
Hi! Look out below! Yeah! Kapow! Done and dusted. This core should be perfect. Look, the flojit.
Oh, let's see!
A few more chunks like this, and we should be good. lava ahead! Look out below!
Oh no, not good! The volcano is acting up again! What is that? It looks like a giant weasel thief. Is there a great Toan weasel thief or something?
We call it a Furnace Shell Mountain Weasel. It's very aggressive, so be careful. Everlasting as...
What a great haul! A bunch of seeing eyes, and this thing the weasel used to spew out fire!
I think that's its back armor. It shoots out phlogiston, so it can pretty much attack from all directions. My dad told me about them once. Creatures that live in the volcano. I can't believe we actually ran into one. This piece of armor might produce even higher temperatures than the seeing eyes. We'll get those mushrooms super hot this time. Oh, well, even though I don't like fighting, sometimes you don't have a choice. So, I've tried to figure out a bunch of different ways to get myself in the zone. For example, I've read a lot of stories about heroes, and my favorite hero has always been Fiatenna, the one I mentioned before. Fiatenna's most iconic feature was her mask. So, I decided to make one just like hers. So now, whenever I wear the mask, it's like there's a little piece of her with me. At the same time, though.
Oh, you really think so?
Really? I feel like... But the longer I put off taking...
Yeah!
Oh.
Besides!
Thanks, and... After that pep talk, I feel like my app...
You're hungry?
Come on, let's head back...
We're back! And we found a bunch of stuff to use!
Great. We're almost done with the preparations at our side, too.
I've managed to get these iron chunks red hot. We should be good to go.
Yeah, and since we need really high temperatures, I brought the best stove I could find.
And I got a bunch of buckets of lava on standby if we need more fuel.
Yeah, but the things we brought aren't your typical cooking utensils either.
Well, that mushroom started it, right, everyone? Disrespecting Veressa and her guest of honor.
Yeah, we'll see what sort of excuses it can come up with this time.
Thanks for the help, everyone. It really means a lot.
All right, let's see what we have here. Huh? The armor of a Furnace Shell Mountain Weasel? Don't tell me you went into the volcano.
No, it erupted out of nowhere, and then the weasel appeared, and then, Well, anyway, we got this in the end.
Either way, this is something special. Back when I was training to be a chef, I studied the effect of temperature on different ingredients. This kind of armor produces intense localized heat. It's great for fish because you can get a nice sear on one side without overcooking the other. Anyway, let's get started. The mushrooms are all ready to go.
All right, let's go.
Whoa! The fragrance is so much more intense! And what's with this weird mist? Wait, no. Something's not right. we? Where did everyone go?
I have no idea.
Huh? Is something wrong? What? I know it's hard to see through this mist, but aren't you here at the tribe with the rest of us? No. What are you feeling?
Because you are the only worthy devotees, of course.
Evil jerk of a mushroom, so this is what you look like!
He does look a bit more evil than the other mushrooms we met.
I am no longer concerned with your insolence. On the contrary, I am satisfied with your performance. So, as promised, you shall have the answers you seek. Of course, I have a goal of my own. Let me reiterate once more. The great sage lord of fungi, that would be me, is extending you the honor of becoming my subjects.
Ha! The only way anyone's serving you is on a platter!
Now, don't be hasty. It's inadvisable to speak in absolutes. You refuse only because you have yet to witness my miracles. Cherish this opportunity. It may not come again. As you know, Tivat is not a peaceful place. The gods wage war against one another. Monsters roam the land. Humans live in squalor. But then, humanity discovered me and learned that I could grant them unlimited power to fell even the most fearsome of enemies.
If we want to become strong, we just have to eat this!
Woohoo! Those monsters are no match for me!
And so, the humans worshipped me as their savior. And in return, I revealed my identity as the Sage Lord.
You really...
Such arrogance!
I mean, those monsters really don't look that scary. Not the kind you'd need a miracle to defeat.
You insignificant mortals boast of strength? Very well.
Hero incoming! It's justice o'clock! Running late again. Get back on track.
Well fought! You see? You ate a fair amount of my clones, and now look what you can do. Huh. My eye for subjects is as discerning as...
Huh. Weren't we insignificant mortals just...
I'll admit, you're not entirely useless, but my miracles...
No, don't just... Another cryptic one-liner and another disappearing act? It's gotta... Well, what should...
Yeah, let's go. Running late again. Time to roll.
I soon became humanity's faith, and, with my power, created countless clones, with which I could bestow upon them an endless source of sustenance. Food is a scarce resource, a faith that provides for the needs of the... And as my subjects gave themselves in service, either as civilians or warriors, I rewarded them with mushrooms in proportion to their contribution. What are you...
Well, it's...
Yeah, but now even Saurians have more options than that.
Sustenance and strength. Such are the pillars of faith. So what do you think? A pretty enticing offer once you become my subjects. All you have to do is build a civilization dedicated to the mushrooms. And then... What do you mean?
Right. If the humans dedicated themselves in service to you, then shouldn't you have your own tribe at this point? But I've read a lot of woven scrolls about the heroes of Natlan, and I've never come across anything about some kind of mushroom savior.
Of course not. I was in a different nation at the time. I don't suppose you know their history, too.
Yeah, and we didn't hear anything about a mushroom civilization.
I never said it was Sumeru. I have no idea where that assumption is coming from. A trivial detail. You know what? You don't deserve to know what happened next.
Yeah, if you want us to respect you, stop being so...
True. If we don't know how the story ends, it doesn't hold much weight now, does it?
All right, fine. Same rules as before. If you want the truth, you'll have to... If you fail to prove your worth, good luck getting another detail out of me.
He ran off.
Oh.
He jumped down from here! So it looks like we just need... Is something wrong, Traveler? Off?
That's how I feel too. Based on his personality, if he won't tell us how things turned out in the end, it must be because it's not something he can brag about. Besides, how did he even get from Sumeru to Natlan? Seems like he's avoiding that. And through it all, he still hasn't given up on recruiting us. Even though...
Yeah, he seemed pretty annoyed with our question.
But why?
Alright, sounds like a...
Hurry up, Grassa! Hurry up, Grassa! Oof! Hurry up, Grassa! Here I go! All right. Why me? Hurry up, Grassa!
Catch me if you can! If you can figure out which way to go, of course.
Ooh, absolutely insufferable. Come on, let's find him.
Leave this to me. I'll clear a path for you. I think we can get these mushrooms to form a path. We just need to wait for the right timing.
Get a load of this!
Watch out, Marissa!
Don't worry about me. I've got this. Running late again. Huh? Running late again.
A dead end?
Jump up. Let it give us a ride. All right, this should be good. Get ready and jump!
Backed into a corner, huh?
We've got you this time!
Ow! Well, that hurt, you know. You humans have such violent tendencies.
Not again. Although, I think I pulled something off of him.
A ball of mist. Oh no, it's spreading. Ah, they're gonna eat us.
Gonna eat us! Eat us! Ungrateful humans! At this rate, I won't have any clones left. The more my clones are consumed, the less power I have. Oh, the situation grows dire. Why must the humans eat so much? My power is all but spent, but it was still enough to control a single human at least. Now all of Sumeru knows how scrumptious my mushrooms are. So if I want to grow, I must relocate. And if I want it to happen fast, I need suitable You! Take me somewhere hot. The hotter the better.
Yes, my lord.
Is this the place, human?
Yes. This is a volcano in a land far to the west. The temperatures here get very high. It should be a most suitable location for your lordship to regain his strength. I shall now find a good place to plant you, my lord, so that your mycelial majesty may take root in this...
Yes. Huh? An earthquake? No! A volcanic eruption!
So that's how it ended. No wonder he tried to hide it from us.
I thought he said people formed communities around this mushroom and used it as their main source of...
Yeah, but it looks like it's...
Huh. He used the mushroom.
Which means...
Wow.
Nope. But in the end...
Yeah. When we were talking to him earlier, he seemed kind of, out of touch, you know?
Well, but clearing out this area for your orchard finally allowed him to start regaining his...
Yeah, that sounds right. Wait, but if everything we saw is true, that means this mushroom has mind control powers or something?
Hold on. Do you remember what he showed us? A group of humans worshipping a giant mushroom. It just doesn't make sense. They must have been mind controlled, but when he started running out of power, he couldn't keep it up.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's why he doesn't seem to be able to control us either.
Oh? Why?
All right, then...
The environment changed again. Nothing to phase Paimon at this point.
Let's keep looking. He can't hide forever. Kapow! Wow! It's justice o'clock! Headbutt!
Yeah! So you made it this far. Impressive. In that case...
He hid himself in the statue. What should we do? Actually, that checks out. We're just gonna smash it, right? Cool.
Time to roll! Kapow! Yeah! Hurry up, Grassa! just a mush.
It would seem you're not. Did you think I was running away because I was scared? Oh, this is a world of my creation. My will, my schemes have been exposed, you say. No matter. My goal has already been achieved.
What?
Although I prefer to call myself the Sage Lord of Fun, you now behold the god Bifrons, the sole protagonist in this endless carnage! Indeed, foolish, shallow, and ungrateful humans! Have you forgotten your savior during this time of war? I am the god who's protecting countless of your kind during this Archon War. You have no food in which to satiate your hunger, no means with which to counter the... Just one word, no matter. My plan has... What you saw when you cooked the mushrooms was not mist, but spores, set to sprout into green mushrooms and that's where their true power lies. Because, given a bit of time to grow, green mushrooms will multiply You see, considering my current level of power, I had no way to create large number of clones. Unless, of course, I had access to a source of extreme heat, and you delivered one to me on a silver...
So, you kept running away from us because you needed to...
Precisely. Before long, the green mushrooms will multiply at an unstoppable rate. Then, I shall reclaim my dignity and status as a god.
You have no concept of time, do you? Newsflash, the Archon War is old news, buddy.
Nonsense! Is that not the source of your suffering? All I hear in this land is war this and war that. If you fear the Archon War, all the more reason to cower behind the protection...
Pretty sure they're talking about the war against the Abyss.
Huh?
The Archon War? I guess I've heard about that once or twice, but only from Outlander.
Ha! I see what's going on here. You're using lies and trickery to befuddle me. You know, my original plan was to imprison you here until the end of time. But now, once nothing is left of this land but an endless field of mushrooms, I'll set you free. You get the honor of witness. Now, I was going to offer you a glimmer of hope by allowing you to pledge yourselves to me and take on the burden of managing my king. But now, the deal is off. What did you say?
The Traveler explained everything. The only reason I could hear you is because I've eaten so many mushrooms over the years.
Yeah, and Paimon ate a whole bunch during the competition. Paimon's small, so it didn't take as many mushrooms for her to be affected. Point being, most people would have to eat a monstrous amount of mushrooms to even hear you over the buzz of a mosquito. So you latched onto us as a group of people who can actually hear your voice. In other words...
You said your mushrooms need time to grow, which means you don't...
I may not have my former strength, but keeping a few humans right where I want them is a small task. Unless you think you can take on a creature as vicious and powerful as the Jade Plume Terrashroom, because you definitely can't.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, no! You must be bluffing! A few measly humans couldn't possibly be that powerful. And what's this about a war against the Abyss? Hey, I want...
Paimon's not gonna waste one more word on this guy. Let's go!
What should we do?
Worried? Ha ha ha! Don't be! It's just a few mushrooms. Unholy!
Get ready to feast!
It's your time to shine, Veressa.
More, please! Guess it's time to dig in!
Stop this at once! Huh?
What a...
And with that, now... Someone planted a god in Veressa's orchard, and she's been eating it ever...
Yeah, we know not every god that's still around is super strong, but this one reached a whole new low.
Also, didn't he have his facts all wrong? He kept going on about some kind of...
Ah, well, Natlan was never part of the Archon War, so it rarely comes up around these parts. It makes sense that you don't know much about it for...
Whoa, hold on. Are you serious?
Of course. The infighting between the dragons pretty much took over everything. So, there was no room for the gods to join in.
Yep, that checks out. Living under a rock all those years, Mushroom God wakes up, thinking it's still the Archon War, and tries to use that to convince people to worship him.
Little did he know, our lives are much better now than...
So what do we do now? It can't be easy to slay a god.
I guess it's back to business as usual. As long as we keep picking the green mushrooms, that god is just a tasty mushroom at the end of the day. Actually, Alright, here's good. So, it's not anything super... Your encouragement and... Maybe this sounds weird. Oh, why... I never thought but it's like you said, if I start to doubt myself in the future...
Hey, you two! Akata was saying that should we go check...
Oh, good...
Right. And it's not a quick...
Good idea. Let's...
Oh, Catherine's back! And isn't that Tynar?
Word from the Speaker's Chamber was that an Amurta scholar happened to be conducting research in the area. So they helped me to get in touch.
It's been a while, you two. So, you're the ones looking into the Sage Lord of Fungi.
Yep, you're an expert, so you must know all about...
Of course. To those in the Amurta Darshan, his case is a well-known part of ecological history. His power is tied to his number of clones. So, at one point, he possessed a truly fearsome form. But as his clones diminished in number, he got smaller and smaller until he couldn't hold on to physical form at all. And so, he became impossible to track. Scholars could only keep tabs on him by monitoring what remains of his clones. Now, I'm learning his true form fled to Natlan?
Yeah, the mushrooms started popping up in our orchard not too long ago.
Well, from what I've heard, he has very few clones right now, so there's nothing to worry about. Feel free to use the mushrooms as you see fit. They really are delicious. Of course, in the interest of research, I would prefer to send a few scholars from my Darshan to monitor the situation. I wanted to get your permission before submitting a...
Of course. I wanted to ask...
Oh, yes.
Zamarin?
You know...
Yeah, Paimon calls it Sheesh Room. It's absolutely absolutely huge! Way more impressive than the
It took a long time for Zamaran to grow into this form. Luckily, Zamaran isn't a green cap mushroom, so there's no danger to us. And I believe its mind has been separated from the mushroom god for a very long time. I doubt there—
We should go see Zamaran!
Ooh, I'll come.
Friendly.
I would. Add Astro. Thank you for Add Astro.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
Rebooting.
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area. One in history.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
Rebooting.
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
I'm heading east. Don't you quit here.
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Best I don't see you over in the west, then. I'm heading east. Don't you come with you here.
You'll interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
The biggest one in history. You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
Best I don't see you over in the west, then. I'm heading east.
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
The biggest one in history. You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
The biggest one in history. You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
What could the children be up to? Never mind. Let them do as they please.
Keep your voice down.
The biggest one in history.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Best I don't see you over in the west, then.
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
I'm heading east. Don't you come with you here.
The biggest one in history.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Best I don't see you over in the west, then. I'm heading east. Don't you come with me here.
You'll interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
The biggest one in history. You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Best I don't see you over in the west. Don't you come with me here.
Interfere with the mixing process.
The biggest one in history.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
I'm heading east. Best I don't see you over in the west, then.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
I'm heading east. Best I don't see you over in the west,
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
The biggest you might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Rebooting.
Best I don't see you over in the west, then. I'm heading east. Don't you come with me here.
You'll interfere with the mixing
Is
process
the ability
if
to
you
not
don't
get lost
You
some
might
sort
want
of
to get a
talent?
guide if you're not familiar with the area. The biggest one in history.
Best I don't see you over in the west,
mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
You might
the
want to get
ability
a
to not
guide
get
if you're
lost
not
some sort of
familiar with
talent?
the area. The biggest one in history.
What could the children be up to? Never mind. Let them do as they please.
Rebooting.
Where's Agemo gone this time? The biggest one in history.
Process if you don't keep your voice down.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area. You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
With the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area. The biggest one in history.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
The biggest one. You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Rebooting.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
Process if you don't keep your voice down.
Where's Agemo gone this time?
Best I don't see you over in the west then.
The biggest one in history. You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
Don't keep your voice down.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
The biggest one in history. You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Rebooting.
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
The biggest one in history.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
The biggest one in history.
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area. Where's Agemo gone this time?
Error.
I'm heading east.
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your
The
voice down.
biggest one in history.
Best I don't see you over in the west then.
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area. Where's Agemo gone this time?
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
The biggest one in history. You might want to get a guide and not get lost in the area.
What could the children be up to? Never mind. Let them do as they please.
Familiar with the area.
Interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
Rebooting.
The biggest one in history. You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar
The
with the
ability
area.
to not get lost some sort of talent?
Where's Ugin gone this time?
Best I don't see you over in the west, then.
You'll interfere with the mixing process if you don't keep your voice down.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Use of force authorized. Use of force authorized. I warned you! Looks like fool! You don't know what's good for you!
greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
Let's go! Easy now, Kakuku!
Here! An impressive bounty.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Guess today's my lucky day.
Begone! Heaven's will made mine. Such defiance.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention. What could the children be up? Never mind. Let them do as they please.